Paul. Welcome back to my channel, Paladin. Today is Tuesday, therefore we are going to be talking about a film. There's no new films that are exciting enough for me to do a review on, so I'm going to be talking about, once again, going to my older version of things. I'm going to showcase an older film for you guys, so you can put it in your bucket list and you can watch it whenever you want. So one of those films is Donnie Darko. So if you don't know about this film, well, let me tell you, this is going to be a doozy. It's a wonderful film, acted out by brilliant actors on their young age. They just sell you this film as one of the best films of all time. But you have to see it with the director's cut. You should not just see it with the plain old film, because you won't understand anything about it. So I've seen both of the versions. I've seen it before the director's cut. No one was there to tell me that you have to see the director's cut to understand everything. So I just watched it, and then I was like, so I was talking to myself like, what the fuck just happened? But then I staged these to my friends. I was like, guys, this is a film, and they also baffle about these things, like they don't know. But then I saw like in an article that like director's cut will explain a lot. It will go in depth on certain situations that you saw and you didn't understand. And then I saw the director's cut. It was wonderful. The film just had everything right, to be honest with you. And science fiction, a film that came out in 2001 it's something like wonderful, right? And it didn't reach the levels of expectations, level of success that it should have, because of the kind of like without the director's cut thing that was released. But I think I'm going to talk about it like in the director's cut thing, because without it, the director's cut is out like for 13 years now, so people would have seen it obviously. So I'm going to review that, and then I'm going to showcase that for you guys. So let's just get into it, shall we? So obviously the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is the story. The story is simple. It's about a science fiction thing. This film, you can understand it like a predecessor to all the Final Destination things. So that's a young boy. He should have died in an accident, but he didn't, because he was pulled away from that accident from something. So suddenly he will have some senses, like the things that are going to be happening, things like he will be like, okay, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and that's going to happen. He will also reveal certain people from their true masks. They will be hiding behind something, and then he will be like the one who would just remove that mask. And there will be like a bunny, there's like a rabbit-faced guy, this like showcasing from time to time. That's like the darkest kind of like explanation of sci-fi, kind of like parallel universes. Any kind of like science fiction thing, you could have seen it in this film. Time travel, as I said, like EPS, like having some things that you can see but you can't feel it and stuff like that. And just like every epitome of the films, you can be explained in just like one scene, where you'll be like taking a knife and then hitting on the on the walls. Like, wow, that scene would just like be the definition of film. Like you will be sitting behind like this. That dude is crazy. That dude would be the hero of the film, and he will try to piece all things together. He will be like, okay, what happened? He will be talking to different people. They will explain it to him a little bit better. They will explain it to him about the future. They will explain to him about time travel, how this can happen, how that can happen, and stuff like that. And finally, that kind of like explanation would be for you as well, because you don't understand anything from the film. But after all, like the end of the film, you will understand everything, and why he should be the one who should go in order to like put everything in this place, and he will obviously do that. Kind of like a spoiler thing, but I don't know, you will kind of see this as a spoiler. You will never see that. Like the best spoiler that I can give you is like Ned Stark will die in season 1 of Game of Thrones. You'll be like, come on, man, why did you go spoil that for me? You can easily see it coming, the development of the show, development of the episodes. But in this one, I think it will be really hard for you. You will not understand till it happens. Till it happens, you will never understand. You'll be like, it's not gonna happen. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. I can understand a lot, but it's not gonna happen. Come on. But then, boom, it will happen, and then you'll be like, well, damn, that guy was right after all. Story captivating. Just watch it. Just watch it. Why not? So the next thing is I want to talk about his characters. So the characters are obviously Jack Gyllenhaal played as Donnie Darko. He will be the main character. He will be the main focus of the character. And then you have like Elizabeth Darko will be the family member, sister. She will also be important, but you won't know her importance until you see the last of the things. And then Karen Pomfrey, Drew Barrymore's character, she will be one of the teachers in the school. And then Patrick Swayze's character will be interesting, Jim Cunningham. So he will be the one who would be hiding behind the mask, and then Donnie Darko would reveal that mask. That scene where he would be like a motivational speaker for all like the students and stuff like that. So he will call upon Donnie Darko to say something, and then he will humiliate him. He will say everything that is true about him, and then he'll be like, Jim will be like, no, you're not doing that and stuff like that. So there will be like a scuffle there, and then Donnie Darko will just burn his house down, and then when police would investigate his house, he will see that he's a fucking creep, pervert. So they will arrest him. So they kind of like, you will understand more about the story at that point. And to be honest with you, Donnie Darko's acting, obviously Jake Gyllenhaal, and then Patrick Swayze's acting at that scene would be tense, to say the least. So yeah, just look forward to these characters. I think these are the characters that you need mainly focused on, because they would be the one that will transfer the story from a normal thing to like weird ass thing, and then to like again normal thing, again weird ass things, stuff like that. Progression of the story lies on these characters, so just like, you know, look forward to them in the film, and you will understand a little bit more of that. So the next thing I want to talk about is the cast and the crew. Now this is where everything is amazing. The first thing I want to talk about is director Richard Kelly. He's known for this film. Okay, just like, oh, Richard Kelly, oh my god, Donnie Darko. So cult of Donnie Darko is like sort of thing. He had directed a lot of other films, but this one is kind of like the film that he made. This was also written by himself, and this film is not that big. Running time is like 113 minutes, and the director's cut is a little bit more version, like extended version of that. I think it's around 128 minutes or something, if I remember it right. So it's not that big, but it's like major things that you will want to understand, you will understand from the director's cut. So that's amazing. Obviously the cast is obviously like Jake Gyllenhaal and Maggie Gyllenhaal, older sister of Gyllenhaal family. And those two are the main character. Drew Barrymore, obviously Patrick Swayze. So again, the characters that you need to know, or the progression of the film, these are the characters that you need to look for. Obviously amazing. The next thing that I want to be talking about is reception. Now, this film was a little bit weird when it comes to like box office. It produced a little bit lower. Obviously, it's 2001, but at that point, it's a great production. You know, 4.4 million is like a little bit too much for you. Like, it's 2001, remember? But it made a lot of money. You know, commercially it was okay success. It just surpassed what it produced. So I think in that case it's good. But to certain critics it's like, oh, okay, do you want to watch this film? You don't want to watch this film? Nah, no, stuff like that. But I'm telling you right now, this film is cult classic. You should absolutely watch it. This should be on your bucket list. That's what I'm saying. This should be on your bucket list. And it's like, it's an amazing film, guys. That's all I can say. Reception was okay, normal, you know, to a certain extent. You can at least give this film a chance. But I'm saying you can give this film more than a chance. You can just like enjoy this film with the director's cut, and you will love it. My personal opinion, well, the film starts out with a dark theme. So, and for me, like, I watched it after I watched all the Final Destinations. So to me it was like really surprising to see something. I thought explanation for like knowing something before it happens and stuff like that was Final Destination's thing, and they kind of crafted that weapon of storytelling. But no, Donnie Darko was the one that actually made it, and then they actually explained it in a good way in the director's cut. You know, boom, there's a young boy, you know, he left that house because of something, and actually tying in time travel with that was absolutely wonderful. And just like the dark scene and the dark theme of the entire film would just like put you down, and that's like, alright, I'm gonna watch this film entirely 113 minutes. I'm not gonna be like disturbed by anything. I don't like to be disturbed by anything, and I'm gonna just give this film a chance. Mind-blowing, guys, literally mind-blowing. If you haven't not watched this film, it should be number one on your bucket list. Yeah, I know I talked about a lot of films, a lot of bucket lists going on in your life, but this one, number one. Alright, number one. That takes me to the next part, ratings. 10 out of 10. This film, yeah, it's 10 out of 10. So when you hear 10 out of 10 from different people, just don't imagine that it's a perfect film or it's a perfect game, it's a perfect TV show. No, it just means that it can be a comparison tool to all the films. So if I talk about Final Destination 1 to 5, I'll talk about this film first. I'll compare it with this film. So you understand why 10 out of 10, right? Music perfectly hook you up with all the right places. Storytelling perfect. Acting. To be honest with you, Jake Gyllenhaal would be a teenager in this film. Oh my god, his performance would be absolutely wonderful. His sister's performance as well. Everyone, Drew Barrymore would play a perfect role. Her role would be played perfectly. Storytelling, as I said, screenplay would be the perfect part. Like everyone would do their jobs, and then at the end you will understand everything that happened. 10 out of 10. Why the fuck are you waiting still? Why the fuck are you watching this video still? Go and watch it. Come on, go. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video. Share the video with your friends and family. Subscribe to the channel for this movies, TV shows, reviews, reactions, and stuff like that. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, see you. So if you guys like that video, why not check out the previous one while you're at it? Also check out the entire playlist with the popcorn while you're at it. Subscribe to the channel for this movies, TV shows, reviews, reactions, and stuff like that. Subscribe to the channel for this gaming as well. And until then, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.